Perhaps one of the most unique matches on the Survivor Series card is that of the Intercontinental Champion, The Miz, up against the United States Champion, Baron Corbin. Unique because you have heel versus heel. Also, these promos have gotten a little more hot and heavy and personal than we normally would see on our average WWE storyline and build. And a lot of it's took place outside of the WWE ring in arena capacity, with Baron Corbin cutting a cell phone vertical promo in his car, making mention of The Miz's unborn child, and then The Miz fires back and lets out a whole other side of The Miz. For as good as he is on promos, he let out a whole other side that felt personal, that felt like he was responding to personal attacks that maybe even were unscripted. Not saying they were, but they made us believe it, and that's powerful. So Miz versus Corbin, who wins? Well, Baron Corbin's been having some trouble with guys like Sin Cara, so I'm not sure where he stands in backstage politics, where he stands on their future plans. The Miz, always hot, always reliable, just came off some main eventing on Monday Night Raw. So if I'm going to pick here on WrestleRumble.com, IC champ versus US champ, I'm going IC all the way.
The women's match is intriguing to me because I think you need to see the women thrive on multiple levels. You have Asuka, you have Nia Jax, who's been floating around. Nia Jax last year was eliminated pretty early in the Survivor Series match. But I think the Raw women win this match because I think Charlotte wins the SmackDown versus Raw champion versus champion. You got to have equality. You got to have the women of Raw, whether it's Sasha Banks or Asuka, pick up the victory. I do think Asuka's going to be the last woman standing. She's floating around. She faced Emma, but now is the time for Asuka to be the dominant one. She doesn't have to eliminate everybody, but she has to be the last woman standing on Raw because she is the next opponent for Alexa Bliss in that Raw Women's Championship.
Alexa versus Charlotte. When you put it like that, either girl could win, right? Alexa has certainly proven herself and has a lot of credibility since coming from NXT. But let me say it this way, Bliss versus Flair. All of a sudden, different story. Right now, the name Flair is riding high with stock and momentum. Charlotte Flair, obviously winning the title again in Charlotte, North Carolina last week. And oh, here comes Ric Flair, hot off his ESPN 30 for 30 momentum, coming out, strutting, crying, raising his daughter's hand. Right now, I don't see the Flair name losing. The Flair name could go to the bank and rob one. And, well, Rick has a lot of ex-wives, so it might not be a bad call.
The Shield, The New Day, a match that people have maybe not wanted to see for a long time, but are going to see at Survivor Series. I think the Shield wins this match. I think the Shield wins this match for a couple of reasons. The one big reason is you have three former world champions together again for the first time in 3 years, and it was a roadblock, a detour, and not the pay-per-view a month ago at TLC. You got to have the Shield win this match. The New Day are always going to be the New Day. The only reason I see the Shield losing this match is if Dean Ambrose turns heel, and I just don't think it's the right time. The band is finally getting back together, and I think the Shield picks up a victory. This could be the most entertaining and exciting match because we know what the New Day can do, and we remember, love, thirst, and crave what the Shield used to do a couple of years ago. Take the Shield at WrestleRumble.com. You got to do that. Pick your choices, get your choices in, and pick the Shield to win at Survivor Series.
And finally, it's a battle of the tag team champions. You have the Usos up against The Bar. Well, La Bar is going with The Bar. Sheamus and Cesaro. It might be a surprising pick. The Usos certainly had good momentum over on SmackDown, but I pick Sheamus and Cesaro simply because when you start to look at this full scoreboard, when you start to look at who wins in this night of bragging rights between the red brand and blue brand, you got to make sure you keep it even out to a certain extent. I could see Sheamus and Cesaro getting a win here. WrestleRumble.com, play it, enjoy it, win up to $500. It's going to make your Survivor Series viewing experience that much more valuable. We'll be off next week. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody in the United States. Chairshot Reality on WrestlingInc.com.